What's going on, guys? Yeah, a lot of bearishness has been overtaking the markets. Now, um, I'm looking at this. 19.844 has officially flipped as resistance. I was hopeful for the bulls to regain 19.844, uh, but nope, it couldn't even close a couple of candles above the 21. I mean, the 9 was kind of there, almost, but these wicks right here, this potential inverse head and shoulders pattern once again became a swing failure pattern. Something that I was kind of hoping wasn't going to happen, but you know what? Uh, it's just how the cookie is crumbling. I was kind of hoping for this last ditch effort pump uh, by the Bulls to maintain this structure here, but at this time, I mean, this looks really bad, guys. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This looks like, oh man, we are going down, down, down. Okay. Um, but there is some hope, okay? There is still some hope despite the destruction of this supply line structure. Fakeouts do occur, alright? I will be real honest with you guys. I saw some manipulation on the 1 hour here. Whales were purposely manipulating the price to break below the supply line, okay? So whales know exactly where key lines of support and resistance are, and they decided to push price down. Now, um, I'm not calling price manipulation by no means, but I'm just saying that there is some buffoonery afoot, if you will. So, just as how they push the price down, they could just be leading people to get into irrational shorts early, and pump the price back up into the channel. Okay, now am I saying that's gonna happen? Hell no. No, 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 no. What is fundamentally happening is bearish. Um, Breaking of a 1 hour supply line, a continuation of downward momentum because of the loss of the 100. You look at the TSI here. TSI is printing divergences and a lot of them, so that's kind of good. But the money flow's looking like trash. Okay, the money flow has yet to create another hill that is below the previous low. I mean, above the previous low. Momentum has been parabolic to the downside. Now, even if this particular hill, or I'm sorry, valley in this case, actually moves to the upside, I mean, uh, it's still, in my opinion, not enough to create um, any momentum to really gain anything of substance at this point. Uh, the Bulls have been absent. Uh, there is still some support. I'll be honest with you. There is still some supports showing up, but as you can see on the 4 hour, there is big, big, big money manipulation going on right now. Um, you can see it right here as well on the 2 hour. And I don't know if I believe I did actually say this a couple episodes ago that, the higher you see this manipulation, the more intense it is. Because like I said, like you'll usually see this stuff on the 1 minute, you'll see this on the 3 minute maybe, which didn't even, well, it showed up on here on the 5 minute, you know. But if your manipulative practices are showing up on the 4 hour, like you're dealing with some crazy money right now. You're talking big money players affecting the price at this time. So yeah, a lot of the momentum is to the downside. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. We're still in this channel. We have not broken out. Oh, whoopsie daisy. We have not broken out of this channel. I've been waiting, patiently waiting for this channel to get broken. Now, these channels do break to the downside as well. That is something to definitely factor into these situations, okay? Just because it is a descending channel doesn't mean that it's going to break to the upside. The percentages are higher. The percentages are in favor of the bulls in these particular situations once the pattern is broken. But there are instances where the price does break to the downside. Okay, so you have to be prepared in regards to situations like this. Now, even if it were to break to the upside at this point, I would need to see a recovery. Unless it's like unless it's a short scalp, I'm sorry, a short-term long scalp. That's literally the only thing I would be considering. Or, you just wait till the price hits the, 21 EMA or the top side of this particular channel. Not financial advice, but that's kind of like what I've been looking at, and what I've been really focusing on is, okay, like as opposed to really looking for this breakout, you can be scalping the crap out of this, you know what I mean? Um, that's kind of like in the cards as well, but that is riskier stuff, and I don't condone that as well. I want to really do more analysis on the 1 hour, 4 hour, daily kind of stuff like that. That's really where you see pretty pivotal swings. Uh, but yeah, let me go into my indicators here. So what's kind of interesting is even though the momentum is looking rather weak to the downside, the moves have been intense. The moves have been just, look at that. You know what I mean? Like if you were to look at this, would you assume, whoopsie daisy, would you assume that it's just straight down? No, not at all. So that's why I'm thinking like there's some buffoonery afoot. There's the bearish divergences, which are predominantly weak, making pretty substantial moves. But obviously, these people are shorting within the trend, and I really do think that short sellers are really taking over this market from a leverage trading position, and really kind of going in and really taking advantage of the fear. As you can see, this is just exaggerated. The RSI is exaggerated to the downside. Um, Now, I like to use the 4 hour if I were to do momentums. So how I do this, I just write, you know, just make sure that I look at the trend. So this trend has not broken yet. By no means, it has not broken yet. Um, it still could go lower. Some people think like, okay, it's crossed the 30, like we're smooth sailing from here. No, 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 no. This is the bearish control zone, okay? You do not want to be opening up longs in this particular situation. It crossed down the 34, so we're kind of in no man's land. We are, just accept that price has yet to consolidate. Yeah, we've had attempts. We've had, a couple of dead cat bounces, and you can actually see it. Like if you look at the teal line, the divots right here, like this and this, um, that's where there were attempts, but in regards to the MACDX, but really, you really want to see those buy signals, and we just haven't had that yet on the 4 hour. Anything of significance. Um, TSI is still showing the same thing. Hasn't even hit the oversold territory yet. And as long as price is below 19.597, we are going to be experiencing this downside. Now, what I do like about the TMA on the 4 hour is that we are in the safe zone, if you will. Like if you were to just do like a no-brainer long here, like that wouldn't be bad. Now, but that's the thing, like this is a swing trade. If you're going to be going about it that way, this is not financial advice. But like this is actually we're hitting a resolution. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at. Um, we're hitting a point to where there will eventually be a relief rally. So relief rallies are not reversal rallies. That's a completely different um, thing. Uh, See, there's some people that like really are into scalping, some people that are really into swing trading, like all these they're just different concepts, different strategies and stuff like that. So if you mix up your strategies, you can get really wrecked, okay? But this is more so like a long swing opportunity zone on the 4 hour. But keep in mind, in other instances, we have not yet hit it to where we're even in a safe zone in the higher term time frames. This is more so like swing, midday, 2 to 3 day holds, all that kind of stuff. But right now, that's like trying to catch a falling knife. So as a trader, from my perspective, I am actually still waiting for that channel break. To be honest, I'm still waiting for that channel break. I think when it does break, I think we're going to see some real fast moves to the upside. Now, how high will it go? I have no idea. Given what's happening right here and losing the supply line, um, I don't think it's going to go that far. I think there could be an essential retest, maybe. Well, that's depending on where it breaks. Frankly, it would make sense to me. It's looking like it's making more sense if price actually goes to like 18.7, but it's just gonna slow grind, right? And then finds resolution or relief rally, retest this as resistance at some point, and then just boom hits new fresh lower lows. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Um, that's just speculative in my opinion. Obviously, it's just my opinion. But what's really true is this damn channel. This damn channel has been going hard. Okay, I've been calling it like a potential falling wedge or whatever, but really at the end of the day, it is a descending channel. These do break to the upside, and when they do, it's pretty violent. Um, Now, what's interesting is that it's all the way up to the top here at 21.9. So uh, it would be really interesting to see if it actually does kind of just fake people out. Because I I don't want to go super meta on this, frankly. I'm more so going to stick to my guns and just wait until these divergences play out because it's pretty freaking obvious. These divergences are pretty freaking obvious at this point. Um, so it's only a matter of time when these divergences really have a say in the market. Um, let's see, how far did it go from here? I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's what, like triple divergence on the 1 hour? It's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Like that's powerful, especially if you're accumulating divergences. Um, what else? I guess like let me go to the 4 hour and let me see what's the deal here. Uh, Yeah, we have expansion. We had a fake out, and that's the thing. We had a fake out because usually when money flow, like how money flow tends to curl up. Now, we could be somewhat in this phase, kind of like what happened here, where it was like a thick red, and then we kind of had like a green fake out. Momentum was still going to the downside and doing damage, but eventually we did kind of see a relief rally. We could be in something like that. That's super speculative. But if you look historically, if you look at where these waves went right here, so let me show you here. Okay. If you got to the bottom of these waves, or if you did like a swing off of these waves, you'd be pretty good. Okay. Uh, Even like on the top, on the peaks, you could do shorts. So like, let me turn these green here. Um, I know it's super messy. For any individual who's seeing this and they're kind of like a noob to trading, uh, yeah, this is probably super messy, and this probably gives you anxiety. Sorry about that. But these all of these metrics, tools, lines, they all have a purpose here. So why did I say swing? Because if you had just like bought near here, let's say like you even bought like up here, right? And you just held for a few days, which is 8 days, you'd be up like 9%. Okay. Now same thing with here. So if you just like, let's say you didn't buy the absolute top. Let's say you actually bought down here. Okay. You hold. Let's say like you bought right where the divergence was or whatever. You would still be up. If you held it for like 7 days, you'd still be your short position would be up by 3% right now. Now obviously like you have immense volatility. Immense volatility, right? You would have lost out 12 to gain 3. Like, is that really rational? No, not at all. But you have, other tools at your disposal. Okay. So, yeah, at the end of the day, this is an exaggerated downward channel. Now, in my opinion, this is eventually going to revert. This can't go down only, but we can have exaggerated bear moves, okay? Like this is nothing compared to this right here. And we're kind of on the precipice of a similar situation. So that's kind of intriguing. Just the fact that this channel has not broken structure is frankly entertaining. Um, Keep in mind this, like I said before, don't be surprised if you see price break out of this particular channel and just rocket to the upside. Okay, do not be surprised because this descending wedge, I'm sorry, this descending channel has been respected, and you can look up the data yourself. These usually see resolution. Now, what's rather interesting is my 4 hour has shown support at 19.2. So that's rather interesting. So if you look at the last time we had support, now it's not completely foolproof. It does overextend, right? Look at this wick right here on this particular candle. Look at that wick. It went lower than the support line at 18.87. It went all the way down to 18.755. So, I mean, it's approximate. Don't consider this as like, uh, by the book. But yeah, I do see strong support at 19.2 as it stands. Um, Now, are the bears setting up for a short squeeze? That's really what I'm looking at this point, given how intense this move to the downside was. Um, to me, it would be pretty intriguing to see just like this continue or even break to the downside. I mean, right here there was some support. It's only been tested a few times. Actually, got confirmed as support literally a couple days ago, as of in terms of confirmation. I would say 12 days ago. So to see some like a higher low in this particular instance would be really, really intriguing. Um, but keep in mind we do have this bearish engulfing candle on the 4 hours, so it's not looking good in my opinion. Obviously, these crosses are pretty fresh. Uh, these crosses are pretty fresh, so that's kind of tough to swallow, if you will. As far as looking for long entries, I think catching a falling knife is not the wisest thing to do right now. Um, but it's pretty crazy what's happening. Supply line breaks are not pretty, honestly. So okay, so I've pretty much gave the bullish case. What's the bearish case, right? Oh God. So how this usually happens is we have a measured move to the previous break right there. And if it's true, if this isn't just getting faked out, we could with the if this is confirmed, um, we're looking at a 7.9K Bitcoin, which would be catastrophic. Like that's depression level stuff right there. That would be insane. Um, Now there's supports along the way, so it's not going to be down only, but I would go insane if, like, in excitement, frankly. Can you imagine buying a 7K Bitcoin or an 8K Bitcoin? That would just be phenomenal. Because, I mean, look, I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. I think it's eventually going to go past its all-time highs at some point within the next couple of years. So if you could just like it, and you don't even have to buy Bitcoin, because like when Bitcoin dumps, everything dumps, right? So if you see a Bitcoin at 8K, you can buy like Cardano for like 5 cents, 10 cents, oh, not 5 cents maybe, but maybe like 10 cents or something like that. You're going to be getting it super dirt cheap. I mean, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Um, I know it's really contrary to a lot of crypto channels, but really try to stack your cash because I really think that the bottoms are not in. Um, Now, as far as the bear flag is concerned, if it's true, if this is a true fundamentally sound bear flag, we are going to Goblin Town, baby. Like this is just the beginning. Now, as a skeptic, um, I'm not a fan of this price action, honestly. I'm just not a fan. Like I'm seeing too many yellow X's right here. I'm seeing too much of that to think that this might be real. Um, that's my skepticism. But as a trader, I'm going to, go by the patterns. I'm going to go by the patterns. So if this does break to the downside or to the upside, I'm going to trade it regardless. Um, Now, when will that happen? Will that happen during Asia time? Will that happen during London time? That's to be determined. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, descending channel is still being respected at this time. Who knows? Maybe there could be some possibilities for the Bulls. But at this time, it's definitely in the Bears' court. The ball is in the Bears' court, and they are just shooting threes and hitting all of them. You know what I mean? But anyway, take care. Have a great rest of the night. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this technical analysis. If you have any like thoughts or if you want me to like cover a particular coin next episode or whatever, just let me know. I'm totally down for that. Uh, you know, have a ball at requests here. I'm not really charging anything at this point. But anywho, take care. Have a good rest of the night, and bye bye.